Hey, hey, what is going on, everyone? It is Zero here, back with some more Diablo action. We're on the PTR, and we're gonna do things a little different today. I think we're gonna just do it live because I gotta go to work soon, and we're just gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I gotta leave for work in like 35 minutes or something. So we're doing Helltooth today, guys, on PTR. Checking out Helltooth. And I'm loving it, guys. Oh my god, is it ever good. It plays so nice. It's a really active play style. I love it. It's great. Uh, it's a nice change of pace. Let's just say that. So let's get right into it, guys. Let's look at the skills. I'm running Firebomb, Pyrogeist. This is pretty much what a lot of people are running on Helltooth. There's a lot of variations, but a lot of guys are running this. And that's for good reason. It's very good. Keep in mind, this build is not fully optimized yet. Still needs some definite upgrades, but it's breaking through the 50s, so that just shows the power of the build already. We're running Firebomb, Pyrogeist. This is going to be one of the things that procs our Focus and Restraint, and also our Mimics are going to be popping that like crazy as well. We're running Wall of Death, Firewall. Firewall is without a doubt the best rune for Wall of Death. Like, there's no doubt about it. You could definitely run different variants with this, but I don't think anything's going to put out as much damage as Wall of Death under any circumstances. It's just ridiculously powerful. It's so good. We're using Zombie Charger with Zombie Bears. And I did some messing around with this already with the Explosive Beast. Because I am primarily running a fire spec, but it just doesn't have the damage output, and you'd think it would, but it doesn't. Because so many bears come out, and they're all doing this massive damage that the zombie bears just outperforms it, even if you have the fire skills on your gear or the poison. Yeah, that's what I meant. So I got the fire skills on my gear. And Zombie Bears is still like way outperforming Explosive Beast, which is unfortunate because I like Explosive Beast. I like how it just like boom dashes out and makes this big explosion, and you can definitely see the damage there because you can see like huge chunks fall off enemies, but it's nothing like Zombie Bears. Zombie Bears is just the go-to, which is great because Zombie Bears used to be like a big deal for Witch Doctor back in vanilla, and it's nice to see it kind of reclaim a little bit of its lost glory. Piranhas, Piranado. This is another thing that's Zombie Charger is also going to proc our Focus and Restraint. Should have mentioned that. Piranhas, Piranado. This is going to help us bunch things up real nice and tight, which is something we always want as a Witch Doctor. And this is also going to proc our Focus and Restraint. And it's also going to give us the 15% increased damage against enemies that are hit by it. It's also going to proc our Bane of the Trapped. So it's doing a whole lot of stuff for us. Piranado, one of the best skills in the game. Definitely one of the best skills for the Witch Doctor. We're using Soul Harvest with Languish. Now, I've seen some people running some different things here. Some people run Big Bad Voodoo with Slam Dance, and they cube the Star Metal Kukri. That's not what I'm doing. We'll get to what's cubed in a moment. Soul Harvest Languish is just... feed on the life force of up to 5 enemies within 18 yards. Gain 3% intelligence for each affected enemy. This effect lasts 30 seconds. So 3% times 5. Big deal, right? That's a huge damage buff right there. And then increase your armor by 30% and reduce the movement speed of harvested enemies by 80% for 5 seconds. So this is a very useful skill. It's going to proc your Bane of the Trapped for one. It's going to give you a big damage buff, just not only from Bane of the Trapped, but also from the 3% intelligence per enemy. It's just a phenomenal skill all around. Spirit Walk with Jaunt, obviously. This is kind of like in every single Witch Doctor build ever. I don't think you'll ever see one without it. It's too valuable to drop. Let's go with the passives now. Graven Justice. I mean, what more can you say? gain 1% of your maximum life and mana, reduce the cooldown of all your skills by 1 second when an enemy dies within 20 yards, and the range is extended by pickup radius. So we're running a Thing of the Deep to extend that, and that's giving us a 40-yard radius on Grave Injustice. It's just huge. It's giving us life back, it's giving us mana back, it's giving us cooldown. I mean, you gotta have it. I'm using Confidence Ritual. This is new. You deal 25% additional damage to enemies within 20 yards. Huge damage buff here, and with this build, you're right up in enemies' faces all the time. It's pretty much melee range all the time. Swampland Attunement. You and your pets gain 120% physical, poison, fire, and cold resistance for every enemy within 20 yards. It's also increased by pickup radius, so that's 40 yards. So this is a very good toughness buff here. It's very, very good. Just keep in mind that it doesn't protect you from everything. You're still going to take a buttload of lightning damage and a buttload of arcane damage, so watch those thunderstorms as per usual. And we're running Spirit Vessel. Obviously, we need that second life, right? You might be thinking, well, where's Pierce the Veil? Don't worry, it's on our Hellfire. Let's get into the gear. Hellfire Amulet. I love the new Hellfires, guys. They always roll with a socket, so you can actually get good ones now. You have to make fucking 600 of them to get one good amulet. So I got Intelligence, Crit Damage, Crit Chance, and Pierce the Veil here. I got a Tagok in there. We're constantly spending mana. I'm not sure about the Tagok in this build. Something more defensive might be needed to really push the higher Grifts, but right now I'm running this. Again, just, playing around with it, seeing what works, what doesn't. So far this works pretty well though, because we're spending butt heaps of mana all the time. So we're constantly getting the buff from that. And this is, kind of defensive as well, because on the secondary we're gaining armor for every stack. So it stacks up pretty good, and our toughness can get pretty high when this thing hits full stacks. Okay, we're running Helltooth 6 pieces. Okay, we're not using the Ring of Royal Grandeur in the build. We're running the helmet. I've got Intelligence, Crit Chance, and Zombie Charger damage on here right now. You can probably drop the Zombie Charger, but again, this is PTR. We're playing around with things, trying to see what works, what doesn't. I kind of think Vitality would be better in this spot, especially if you're low on toughness and health. Oh man, I got the morning burps, boys. Hey. Helltooth Mantle, the shoulders. Right now this pair is kind of crappy. You definitely want to go for Intelligence, Vitality. Cooldown reduction is not bad. And you definitely want Wall of Death damage on there. We're going to put Wall of Death damage everywhere we can get it, guys, okay? So speaking of Helltooth Tunic, we got Intelligence, Vitality, Wall of Death damage. Definitely go for Life After Kill on this piece if you can. Gloves, Intelligence, Vitality, Crit Damage, Crit Chance. You could go Trifecta on these, I think, if you wanted to, but I don't think it's really necessary. I think the Vitality is a lot more valuable on this piece, okay, guys? Helltooth leg guards, Intelligence, Vitality, Armor, and go for that Life After Kill on these as well. Just go for straight tank pants, okay? And same thing with the boots, guys. Intelligence, Vitality, All Res, Armor. Alright, and that's our 6 pieces. Rather than, I was running this originally with the Pauldrons of the Skeleton King for the second life chance on there, but it just wasn't really feeling it. I wasn't really feeling it. I didn't like the way it was going, so I switched out to the shoulders there to take the full 6 pieces on board. And we're not running the Ring of Royal Grandeur in the cube, okay? We're running Thing of the Deep, Intelligence, Vitality, Crit Chance. I've got some mana regen on there. I've been trying to get Wall of Death damage to roll on this thing. This thing would probably be better to have the Wall of Death than the Vitality. The mana regen is nice. You need a little bit of mana regen on this build, I'm finding, because, like I said, it's a very mana-intensive build. You're constantly spending your resource here, guys, okay? Jerem's Bracers. This is a must. You must have it in this build, otherwise your damage output is not going to be nearly what it should be, okay? And these are non-seasonal, guys, so for you non-season players, you're going to be able to get these. So don't worry about having to, oh, I can't get it because of the season. It's not like that. Speaking of this season, I'm actually thinking that the new season gem is going to be the gem to put here instead of the Tagok, to be 100% honest with you. So fire skills, intelligence, you should have vitality instead of all resistance, crit chance, and special affix on this is Wall of Death. Deals, mine is 89, it can go up to 100%, guys. Increased damage and can cast up to 3 times within 2 seconds before the cooldown begins. That is huge because you can drop boom, boom, boom right on top of each other, and all that damage stacks up. Okay, they're going to take damage from all 3, so it's very, very big deal. Okay, belt, I'm running the Belt of Transcendence, intelligence, vitality, life percent, armor. Go for a really tanky belt here, guys. Okay, and the weapon, the Scrimshaw, the other very big part of this build. You must have this. Try and get a ancient one, of course. 10% damage, intelligence, vitality, zombie charger damage, and the special on this is that reduce the mana cost of zombie charger by 49%, and that can roll up to 50%, guys. Okay, so this is a huge deal. This thing is totally badass. This thing makes your zombie bears like, just look at the mana. Look at, oh, it's a thing of beauty. Right, you're barely losing any mana on it. It's fantastic. And lastly, we're going with focus and restraint. On the focus, I'm going intelligence, crit chance, crit damage, Bane of the Trapped. That's going to be procced by our Piranado. It's going to be procced by our Mimics casting Piranado. It's going to be procced by our Soul Harvest. So you're constantly going to be getting Bane of the Trapped damage as well. Restraint, intelligence, crit chance, crit damage. And Molten Wildebeest Gizzards, this is just, you know, need a bit of defense here, guys, obviously, okay? And last but not least, guys, in the cube, we've got the Furnace for increased damage against elites. Like I said, you could go Star Metal Kukri here. And there might even be other options here as well, but none that I've thought of yet. Running the Grin Reaper, this is what's going to give us our Mimics. These guys are really integral to the build. They're going to really put your damage output through the roof. And lastly, we're running the Convention of Elements. Gain 200% increased damage to a single element for 4 seconds. This effect rotates through the elements available for your class, blah, 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 blah. So this is what really helps, right? Like, the fire damage just goes through the roof. I'm not going to cover the Paragon points as per usual, guys, because everybody has different Paragon levels, and I think you guys are smart enough to know where to put your Paragon levels. So let's jump into a 55 and give it a go. Let's get right into it. Get in there. Soul Harvest, Wall of Death, Zombie Bears. And that's how you do it. Look at the damage number. Did you guys see the damage there? It's crazy. Crazy strong. Just make sure, guys, that you are always getting your focus and restraint. Okay, you don't want to not have focus and restraint. Okay, that is very important. Just drop Wall of Death everywhere. Punch the enemies up. Make sure Bane of the Trap is getting procced. Drop those zombie bears. Done, done, done. Wall of Death. Channel all the zombie bears and watch everything melt. This is how we do it. Oh my god, you did that. That just happened. I just said those words. Sorry. My wife would be so proud of me. Oh yeah. I think the highest I've done with this is a 50 so far, actually, so this is a good test. This is a live testing of how far we can push it. Ooh, that poison. Not a lot of juice in this Grift so far. Hello, where's the juice? As you can see, guys, I mean, it clears pretty good. It's I don't think, like, where I have it right now, it's definitely not up to snuff with, say, Carnival. But I think you can get it there. Absolutely. It's very strong, and with the right optimization, I think people will be able to run just maybe, I'm not going to say as high as Carnival. I think Carnival's still going to probably outperform it. What do we got? So it's going to be a contender, I think. It's going to be something that people can definitely go towards. I think this build is going to be definitely easier to obtain, to get to a good spot than the Carnival build. Carnival build requires heavy-duty optimization. I think everybody knows that. But like, you need to spend a lot of time. I've been playing Carnival build now for probably, I guess, since before the last patch. I've been down with the Dagger of Darts, and I still don't even have it close to where I want it to be. And this build is going to be a lot easier. I'm hoping that I didn't look into it at all, so I'm kind of talking out of my ass here. I'm hoping they haven't changed the rarity of the Scrimshaw, because if they have, that might make the build a little more difficult to get rolling. But like currently on live server, I find Scrimshaws like crazy. Like I probably find Scrimshaws more than any other item in the game. So I'm hoping they haven't changed the rarity at all. If they have, the build will definitely be a little bit harder to get going, because it's definitely a big time requirement. If you don't have it, you're not going to be able to spam the bears like I'm doing now. Like, I'm just standing here channeling bears like non-stop. So we need to be able to get those Scrimshaws easier. And check this out, guys. I don't know if you know this. If you stand with your back against the wall, you can actually force the bears in kind of a straight line. And that can be pretty useful at times, if you just want to focus all your bears on one enemy. I mean, if it's a Grift Guardian, they're big enough that you don't really have to worry about it. You just stand in front of them and let loose. The bears are all going to hit them anyway. But when you're dealing with just like smaller elites that have a smaller hitbox than not, it can be fairly useful to just stand with your back against the wall and channel that way, so they come out in a straight line, making sure that you're hitting all your targets.
Not ready yet.
Again, make sure that we're getting all that soul harvest, that goodness from the soul harvest. Make sure that we're getting focus and restraint, so that we constantly have a good damage buff.
Needs more time.
And at the end of the day, it's going to work out pretty well for us, guys.
Not ready yet. Die.
Like, you can see, like, things melt pretty fast. This is actually a really bad grip. I think, kind of got screwed over by the RNG here. Maybe on this floor, things will go a little bit better.
Need more time.
Maybe. Come on. Come on.
My strike is true. Not ready yet.
Death down. Zombie bears. I love zombie bears. I really do. I'm glad to see them being useful again. I mean, they're zombie bears. Why wouldn't you want to use them? It's just fucking cool, right, bro?
More time.
It is though. It's very intensive. I keep thinking that. I feel like I almost feel. No, I was gonna say like CM, but that's just not a fair comparison. That's just like a really like intensive build. But I'm clicking a lot. I'm doing a lot more clicking than I normally have to do with a Witch Doctor. Like, I have to constantly be making sure everything's going, everything's getting crossed. Which I don't mind. Like, it doesn't bother me. It's good. It's a nice change of pace, because it's just a more active play style. I feel sometimes when I'm playing certain builds like I'm gonna fall asleep, just because it's so like, whoa, that was a bit of a damage there. Some builds just make you fall asleep because you don't have to do much. You know, it's kind of like being on rails. Get over here. See, like in this situation, I kind of want to be in the corner if I can, just to, what's this over here? Let's grab that.
Needs more time.
In that situation, if we didn't have shield there, it would have been good to back up against the wall and just channel bears into that guy, like, you know?
Need more time.
Now, you guys also please let me know how you feel about this style of video. I think I used to do it like this, and then I switched to something that was a little cleaner and it let the video go by a little bit faster. And let me know what you guys prefer. Do you want to see these kind of build videos from a live perspective, or would you rather see them the way I've been doing them with, a pre-recorded gameplay playing as I go over the build and stuff like that? Because if you guys prefer one way or another, I mean, what the crapola, bro? If you guys prefer it one way or the other, I'm gonna do it the way that you guys prefer, because I mean, I make the videos for you, like not just for me. Like I enjoy making them, but at the end of the day, I do it for you guys, I guess, right? So if you guys prefer it this way, I would do it this way over the other way. That's what I'm trying to get at. So let me know in the comment section. Obviously, doing it live, it's going to be a little more loose-lipped, I think. A little more personality might shine. I talk to myself a lot when I play video games, too, so sometimes silly things slip out.
Need more time.
That floor was a little better, I'd say. A little bit nicer. A lot more juice. Hello, spiders. Just look at the numbers that Wall of Death is shooting out there, guys. If you can catch it, the numbers are flying out so fast. But, I mean, damn, bro.
Not ready yet.
I love it. I love zombie bears. We're gonna get through this. I want to get us to the Guardian here, guys, because that's when you'll see. Like, it's depending on the watch us get like something really bad though. That we can't just melt. We got here. Conduit. Let's do it.
I strike at your heart.
Whoa, whoa, that was hurting.
Need more time.
Yeah, here we go. Get this Guardian up nice and quick.
More time.
Should be a lot faster now. Conduits, I didn't look at the numbers for Conduit either yet, actually. Did they give that a slight buff, I think? It feels like they did. Like, it feels a little stronger than it is on live servers. I don't know, though. I don't always look at the numbers straight off the bat. Sometimes I just wait until they go live before I even bother looking at the numbers, because they change so frequently on the PTR.
I am hurt.
Yeah, I am. Let's get rid of this pack. That'll call the Guardian.
Needs more time.
Bears, baby! Oh, that's fire chains. That stuff still hurts like a bitch. Here we go. Who do we get?
Not ready yet.
Let's get Death going, and let's let him have it. Get them bears, son. Wow, that hurt. You see, the damage is pretty good on him. I mean, he's melting pretty quick. If I could just stay within range. You gotta stay out of that cold. It's so strong. It's freaking gnarly. This bear's going again while I'm out of the cold. Stay out of the cold. He's going down. We're gonna tank it now. Tank it. Done! Any of this stuff that I want to play with here? Nope, don't look like it. So there you have it, guys. That's Helltooth. That's the way I'm playing it right now anyway. A lot of other people are playing it this way. Please, guys, let me know what you think. Do you like the videos this way, or do you like them the other way? Just want to know for my sake, so that I can give you the videos you want to see. Let me know what you guys think about, you know, Helltooth going into the next patch, or how you've been playing Helltooth yourself on the PTR. I'm interested to know. And yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it. Helltooth is badass now. I mean, like, you could do anything over a 30 or a 35. Yeah, probably 30 on live right now with Helltooth. I mean, would be pushing it, like highly pushing it. It's so bad on live right now, and now it's baller. It's crazy strong. Let me know, guys. Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe. Hit that sub button, man. Share the videos. Tell other people to sub. Help me out. Later.